Marching back to the dark continent of Africa. Kings, queens, Nubian princesses, and warriors they were. A proud people, graceful as gazelles, and as strong as lions. The drum was their heartbeat, and the dance, well, it was in their souls. But the joy doesn't last. There are tears in Africa. I see them, young and old alike, stripped from their homeland, sold out like enemy tribes. I hear them, mothers wailing in sorrow for daughters who will not return. Fathers bent over with groans of despair for their stolen warriors, a heritage lost. And as the spiritual says, so it was. Motherless children in a new world of slavery.
Over 12 million slaves come to the Western Hemisphere. 620,000 slaves come to our soil, the first in 1619 to a tobacco plantation in Jamestown, Virginia. The Africans' farming knowledge and backbreaking labor transforms the tobacco plant to a major export for the colonies, totaling $100 million over the next 100 years. When North and South Carolina's white farmers could not grow rice, the slaves used their vast experience and African tools to make the rice crop so valuable, it's called Carolina Gold.
African slaves are so valuable, a few earn their freedom. 5,000 even fight in the Revolutionary War. Benjamin Banneker, land surveyor in our new national capital.
Slaves and freemen, highly skilled craftsmen, building southern cities, including the beautiful, detailed ironwork of New Orleans. By 1830, over 300,000 free men are working as business owners, lawyers, doctors, craftsmen, serving a growing black community.
But in 1830, over 80,000 blacks are still enslaved. Men, women, and children worked in the fields in their owners' houses and in the cities. They often faced horrific conditions and treatment at the hand of their masters. taking from our country, our masters could not take away our African culture. We carried our music, our dance, and our traditions with us across the Atlantic Ocean.
We brought drums, stringed instruments to America that will later be guitars. These instruments will be the foundation of blues, rock and roll, and hip hop. Music became our escape from life, a way to talk without our masters knowing.
By 1830, the abolitionist movement begins in the U.S. to end the horrors of slavery. This movement will also fuel the women's rights movement of the 1800s. The following men and women will escape the bonds of slavery to let the world hear their story.
Anthony Burns,
Joseph Sinclair, leader of the Amistad Revolt.
Frederick Douglass,
Harriet Tubman.
Arjuners Truth.
As the outcry to the end of slavery grew louder, the U.S. was shattered by the Civil War. After 4 years of bloody fighting, the slavery is ended with the 13th Amendment. 189,000 blacks served in the Civil War.
After the 14th and 15th Amendment are passed, many blacks are elected to public office, including Congress. Since 1870, over 125 African Americans have served in Congress.
Hiram Rhodes Rebels, first black senator. Joseph Rainey, first black in the House of Representatives. Buffalo soldiers are sent to the West to keep travelers safe and to keep the peace with Native Americans. The rise in African American power, especially in the South, was short-lived. By 1900, we are faced with Jim Crow laws that will deny us the right to vote and run for office until 1964. The Supreme Court case, Plessy versus Ferguson, made separate but equal a way of life, segregating people of color and whites.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved like a tree.
But we will begin a long, arduous fight for our right in this country, who declare all men are created equal. The following men not only worked to empower our people, but gave rise to black culture education that will transform this nation.
Booker T. Washington, the founder of the Tuskegee Institute. Marcus Garvey, the founder of the Pan-African Movement. Co-founder of the NAACP, education leader.
Many blacks in the segregated South were tired of waiting for change, left the South in what was called the Great Migration, with the movement of 5 million blacks in the North.
Jacob Lawrence, migration. In New York, we have the cultural explosion of black artists, playwrights, musicians, and intellectuals called the Harlem Renaissance. Jacob Lawrence, Harlem Renaissance. One such writer was Langston Hughes. Democracy by Langston Hughes. Democracy will not come today, this year, nor ever, through compromise and fear. I have as much right as the other fellow has to stand on my own 2 feet and own the land. I tire so hearing people say, let things take their course, tomorrow is another day. I do not need my freedom when I'm dead. I cannot live on tomorrow's bread. Freedom is a strong seed, planted in a great need. I live here too.